Good evening, everyone. It's Iain Mason here, welcoming you to the Sensing Spirituality radio show. Brought to you, I don't know, I'm going up and down here, look. I feel like I'm going on a shipping trip. Brought to you in association with A1R Psychic Radio and Instruct TV, where with love we welcome you. So, I hope you've all had a great week. Many things change in a week, that's for sure. And I have a few words of wisdom, your little mace in the case bit, to take with you during the course of this week. And my attention was taken back to about 2002. My daughter was about 2 years old, and I'd gone into the front room in the morning to pull the curtains. I sneaked past her bedroom there. I peeked in, fast asleep. Walked into the front room, half asleep, hadn't had a coffee, stubbed my toe as I pulled the curtains and said some language. Well, it probably wasn't the best language that I could have used. But luckily, she was asleep, wasn't she? No, because by that point she'd woken up, was standing right behind me, and I said, you mustn't say those naughty words when you're with mummy. And then she just repeated them over and over and over again. And I thought, that's not as good as it could be. So why have I shared this story with you? Because what I'd actually done is I'd programmed my daughter. The awareness that she had in that moment with me and what she'd taken on board was what I'd given her. So when you think about that, that's pretty deep. Because if you swap my daughter for your mind and just see yourself telling your mind different things, that's what you program yourself with. And then you take away back not to mummy, but back to every moment of your life. If you tell yourself, I'm no good, it changes something in you. You feel that. It resonates throughout your body. It produces toxins. You don't feel good. You know, when you wake up with a cold and things like that, you just don't feel yourself. It's the same thing. Now, if you tell yourself that you're happy and life is great and good things are happening, well, you program yourself with that. It's absolutely fantastic. It is so simple. It's unreal as to how easy it is to turn your life around. Now, in every moment, we have what Gary Zukov calls a point of choice. Before our action, we should always hold in our minds how we choose to respond, so that we program ourselves appropriately. When we program ourselves appropriately, we will be in alignment more so with where we need to be and where we need to get to, and our true self and what we feel. In contrast to that, if we react, if somebody, again, I used the analogy before, toots us in the car, and we tell ourselves bad things or we have bad reactions, that's the mist that will cloud us in that moment, and for as long as we choose and allow it to be. And equally, as you go through your day, you can use that to influence others. You can influence others to lift up their mood. You can influence others to give them a sense of upliftment or calm or healing as they need it to be. And what I want to say to you is that for yourself, for your well-being, it's always important to be happy and to be joyful, because life is good. You woke up, you've got a purpose, and you've only got this moment. You've got to make the best of it. And whatever you're doing, whether you've got to eat a plate of your most horriblest vegetables or you're buying a new car, you enjoy that moment for the best that you can get out of it even, because the moment will pass. Good, bad, or indifferent. The moment doesn't care. It is what it is, and it doesn't care what you think about it. So you might as well make it a good one, because the only person that's enjoying the show is you. So my advice is to always do the best that you can for yourself. I know people tell us that all the time, and sometimes that can sound a little thin. But it's really, really important. Because if you don't look after yourself, if you don't love yourself enough to give yourself the best in every moment, then how is it that you're going to find or realize or identify with love that's around you? Love that's coming for you, maybe a partner, maybe a new relationship, or the love through an action that somebody in your life is doing for you that you don't recognize as an act of love because you react in a way that isn't truly you. In other words, your ego gets in the way. So be careful what you say to yourself, because whatever you say to yourself, you say to others through your thoughts, deeds, actions, your energy or your mannerism or the language that you use, because you literally program yourself. It's like going to the shelf and getting the horrible dictionary out or the love dictionary out or the happy dictionary out. You get to choose which one you take with you in every moment of every day. So I really hope that makes a bit of sense to you. I did get told off by my daughter's mum. Just thought I'd let you know that because it was a really bad word. But there you go. If the moment has passed, I have to let it go and listen to what I've been sharing with you. So I hope that resonates with you. Now we have Lydia on the lines, and we're going to invite Lydia onto the show now. So good evening, Lydia. How are you? Are you well?
Hello, how are you?
Hiya, how are you?
I'm all right.
Well? Are you good? Good. So you're in Illinois in the USA?
Yes.
Excellent. So how is it I may help you this evening? Have you got a question? Is it a reading you might like to explore? What can we help you with this evening?
Well, I woke up to the twin flame journey in like 2016 after a near-death experience, and I only discovered my true twin. Well, I knew I had an awakening twin at that time, but I discovered my true twin just before Christmas last year, and we're pretty much kind of on a break at the moment, and it's getting to be a challenge. I've been trying to heal and do everything, and it's just there are people in the way, and it's just I'm trying to be my best self, and it's just sometimes I just feel like I'm falling flat on my face.
Okay. So that wasn't the clearest of lines that I got there for you, but did I hear right that you'd had a near-death experience?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so is it just some sort of insight that you would like as to what I pick up around you, or have you got a specific question that you would like me to answer for you?
Yeah. Well, his name is Rick. We were together for going on 5 months. Everything was going fine and wonderful. And then just before summer hit, everything went sideways. I mean, I needed the break. I'm not going to deny it. I needed the break. I was scared of the connection. My job, I ended up switching jobs. A lot of good things came out of it because I realized I really hated my job. Dealing with the symptoms all at the same time, and just it's just a challenge. I get for my daughter who works with him. She turns around and tells me, "Oh, he's seeing somebody else." Well, whatever, I've been trying to let it go, but it's just sometimes just the one person that when the connection that is. So that is so real, that it's still so real, and it's just I'm trying to, I know I need to let go, I need to surrender. It's just so hard. I don't even know if this is, we were supposed to reconnect in the fall, but right now that's what we had discussed in May. I don't know if that's even close to happening or even going to happen at all. But I guess it's not much to me. It's the universe and up to our agreement before we incarnated on this planet this time.
Okay. Now, Lydia, it wasn't and it isn't the best of lines, unfortunately, but that's okay. I got the very much the gist of what you said there. Now, it feels very much for me that right now for you, you're at one of those points in your life where you were really either stuck or you needed life to unblock itself in some way, and I feel that you needed some time out. Now, notwithstanding what was going on in your relationship, it feels very much for me that life had kind of got on top of you, like those moments we all have, and you.
Yeah, everything moved so quickly. The connection was so intense, and we both agreed that it was completely, totally intense and serious within a short time.
Yes, but it feels to me that everything. I don't want to call him your ex because it sounds a bit disrespectful, but with your former other half, it feels to me like it did need like a bit of a gap for you both to reassess things. So it just feels like that you've had one of those moments in your life where you needed that time out. Now, what I was just mentioning was, would you understand your other half's mum being in spirit, as in past?
Right.
Did you get that?
Pardon me?
Right. Okay. Would you understand? Do you understand the mother figure that has passed away?
My
Feels like this.
My mom and my grandma both gone past.
Okay.
My mom's been passed for 13 years.
Okay, but do you also understand a mother figure that would link to your other half?
His mom is alive. I know her birthday is near mine. So.
All right. Okay. Let me just figure out, because I've just got this mother figure that steps in. Do you understand? Because I mean, not everybody always gets on terribly well with everybody. That does happen sometimes. Do you understand that she would think well of him, or did think well of him?
Yeah, I think she belittles him, I think.
Because I just get this sense from her that she's a lady that would want to be someone that wouldn't want the disharmony or any disruptions in family life, and she would very much want to keep things together, even if there's a bit of work to do. Would that make sense for you?
Yes, his mother is quite, what I understand, his mother is very overwhelming, judgmental. He has a son who acts like as if he's a parent, like he's their mom. His son's a cancer as well. So, yeah. So I got too much of the mother way. Oh, great.
Okay. All right. But yeah, that's all right. So you understand that your mum would have thought fondly of him and wouldn't like upset in the family.
Oh, a family member that passed on that might not think well of him. My mom never met him. We only met we met last year, at the end of last year. So
okay. I do need to use a bit of license, which I don't like doing, but would you understand that she would like him? In other words, he would approve. She would approve.
I know my mother would approve. I know my mom would approve of him.
Okay, that's all right, because I've just got this mother figure that comes in and steps close, and she just talks to me about approving and liking him. She didn't give me any sense of timing there, so forgive me. Do you also understand her having either bronchial or breathing or respiratory issues as well?
Yes.
because she just makes me aware of this sort of what was a real struggle towards the end of her life there, and she's just bringing that in. She also wants to acknowledge a sister close to you, but she's not telling me whether this is a sister with her or a sister with you, but she's acknowledging a sister that's close.
Yeah, my sister and I, we've been close and we've been distant. I've been trying to help her. My mom and her sister are both always together. Yes.
Okay, because she's
and even it's even funnier. The gentleman has the same, almost the same, is a day. His birthday is a day before my father, which is odd.
Okay, okay, that's right. But don't tell me too much, and you give me a job. So what she's saying to me here is she wants to sort of keep and put the two of you together, because she just makes me feel that you are good for each other at the moment. And I understand from what she's saying to me that your sister will understand what you're going through. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
And because she's been through this herself, if you understand?
Yes.
Okay. And so Mum is just saying your greatest support is with the sister that's close to you, so your sister, and that the two of you are very good at working through, although you said you've been helping her, but as your mum's just said to me, she can help you right now. And so she just wants to put you close together, because she just says to me, tell her thank you for the tulips.
Okay.
So whether you've put those down,
mm-hmm.
or you've put those down as like an anniversary for her, but she just wants to acknowledge, since she's passed, the gift that you made of the tulips, and she wants to say thank you.
We put flowers on her grave at Easter, hers and Grandma and Grandpa's grave at Easter, and the other grandparents' grave at Easter. And it's almost Mom's birthday. We're approaching Grandma's death anniversary tomorrow. No, Thursday. And Mom's death anniversary is the 11th of November. And their birthday is on the 6th of September.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But she just makes me feel that your greatest support will be with the family. Is this right? Your mum has got a brother that's passed?
Potentially. I don't think she ever met him. She had cousins that were like brothers. The cousins that were like brothers.
Okay, because she's acknowledging what feels to me like my brother is with me. So as long as you understand that there would be, I know you mentioned about your cousins there, but she's referring to him as a brother, and she's saying he's with me. Would you understand the name Paul connecting with this as well, please? She's telling me Paul. I need to mention Paul.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That means it's my father's sister's son, her cousin Paul from Australia. She must have passed. I had no idea.
Okay. She's just acknowledging Paul, and I just get this immense feeling of love for him, and she wants to mention and remind you about Paul. So you might need to go, my darling, and look that up and see what that means for you. Please just don't just assume that somebody has passed. Just because your mum's mentioning it doesn't necessarily mean that, but your mum particularly wants to mention Paul for you. So that will have relevance for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
your mum's saying to me that you've been suffering very badly from headaches at the moment.
I have.
You understand? Yeah. Okay. And
Yes.
what she wants to do is she wants to make you go to your bed, and she wants to put a cold flannel over your face because she says she used to do that before, and she wants to
Yes.
do it again to take your headache away. And that's just her way of coming close to you, just to give you that love. Now, she's just saying to me, you must have what looks like a vanity set for her, like a hairbrush or some sort of makeup bits or something like that of hers.
Yes.
Okay, because she says my hair is still in it. I'm still
Okay.
here, she says, and she's having a little bit of a laugh. But she says you still smell me when I'm around you. You can smell me as if I'm here. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so please take your mum's love that she's with you. She's giving you a lovely little message of upliftment there. Okay, and just take that as that comfort and that healing for you right now with everything that you're going through. As I leave your mum's love with you and say, God bless you. Thank you for calling the show.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you take care.
And what about, so it's not going to be too much of a longer separation, or that I will have to hang in there still longer?
That was just the message that she brought through. She's just very much aware of everything that's going on around you, and also symbolically about that flannel. It's just about the fact that she is around you right now, and her way of showing you that she takes care. So I'm going to leave your mum's love with you. The show is just about to come to an end, my darling. So I'm going to wish you well and all the best, and I hope everything works out for you as it needs to. Okay. So thank you everybody for tuning into the show there. It was a pleasure to be with you again this evening. You have a great week. And if you want to get in contact with me, look me up on social media or on my website, www.iainmason.com, with all my contact details. Till we meet again, we leave you with the love that we welcomed you with. Thank you for calling in. Take care now. Bye.